This is Nick HeadHunter Chapman.
Fighting out of RJA prize fighters and Andy Robbins Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Nick Chapman!
Considered one of the UK's premier mixed martial arts athletes and undefeated in his MMA career.
He's out and he doesn't like it. Chapman wins by arm triangle.
In 8 weeks' time, Nick will square off against a very tough and experienced MMA fighter with one goal: to become the UK1MMA Light Heavyweight Champion. This is Nick HeadHunter Chapman as you've never seen him before, uncensored and uncut. This is his story. It's early on a Thursday morning and we're back at the Jiu-Jitsu Academy for another dose of Andy Roberts' Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
This is the difference between Andy Roberts BJJ and every other BJJ I've ever done. The intricacies, the tiny details. How you doing, buddy?
Nick's good friend and training partner, Alex Reid has come by to help Nick with his fight preparations. Nick and Alex have been friends for a long time, and Nick accredits Alex for helping him to kickstart his MMA training. Although Alex is better known within the public eye as a TV celebrity, he's been on the MMA scene for a long time, winning titles and pioneering the sport at every opportunity.
Right, got a masterclass with my mate Reedy this morning. Reedy is one of the first, well, he's the very first guy that I went and started training MMA with. Must be 6 years ago. So he brought me up to a reasonable standard. But he comes along for a bit of a masterclass and puts me through my paces. Obviously his experience and stuff, it pushes me, and but I can't let you see this. Yeah, it also gives me a flick. I'm giving it back to him, Dave. This, I can't let anyone see, I'm afraid. This is private class. Cool. Cheers, Alex.
Once Nick and Alex had finished working on game plan tactics, I grabbed Alex for a few words on what he thought about the rise of Nick's success. So Alex, you've known Nick for a long time, and knowing Nick's character, does it surprise you that he's built such a reputation in such a short space of time?
See, I've known Nick for many years now. He first started training me, God blimey, near on 10 years ago. Now, it's not surprising that he's built such a reputation in such a short space of time, because he's so focused and determined. And I'm even inspired by that myself. I think, wow, what he's done so quick. It's very impressive. So I'm looking forward to Nick progressing in his pro MMA career. I'm sorry, I'm a little bit out of breath. We've just been sparring, but I'm really impressed with him. He's giving me a run for my money at the moment. So yeah, well done, Nick.
Good stuff.
Even if I'm going.
And with the private session done and dusted, it's time for a little bit more sparring before we packed up and moved on.
Yeah, see you later. time I've ever escaped that with him. Right, we're done. Right, we're done. Yeah. Cut. Right, training done for this morning. Wrestling, aching, but I feel good. I feel really good. Now for my third home. 3 places to spend my life. My home, the Jiu-Jitsu Academy rather, and the Lido Gym. It's where I run my business until Fight Science Gym opens, which is not very long. So I'll probably spend the next 4 hours here, back to back with clients, strength conditioning them. Mostly fighters. Aaron, who's been with us this morning doing Jiu-Jitsu, wrestling, will be here today to do some S&C. Cut the PT clients, and yeah, that's pretty much how my day rolls. And then I'll be doing a bit of strength conditioning myself later. I'm back home to sit on the sofa with my wife and catch up with fan mail. It's pretty cool to have fan mail. Right, follow me. As you can see, this is the gym. Gym we use, fully fitted out. Everything we need in here to get the boys in shape at the moment. It's a good little place, it's a good little vibe. We're outgrowing it fast, unfortunately. Well, I say unfortunately, it's beneficial to me because obviously the business is going to expand. But when we open, we're looking at this much times 2, and then this much times 2 with MMA area as well. This is where I weave my magic.
So how would you typically run a session for Fight Science?
Oh, really good question. It completely depends on what phase of training they're in. We periodise all of our programmes. Periodise means we work through certain phases, allowing for sufficient rest. So we manipulate volumes and intensities. Generally, as a rule of thumb, we reduce volume as we increase intensity over a phase, a little bit of rest and then move back on. So it's sort of stepping up like this.
It's time for me to learn a little bit more about Nick's business, Fight Science, and the way it operates. His first client of the day is ex-rugby player and aspiring MMA fighter, Matt.
Today, let's see where you are. Right, stop there, stop. When you take this bar, well, we've Matty been working on a strength phase now for over 3 weeks. He's phenomenally strong in his legs. So today I want to test his legs. We're doing a 1 rep max, very standard procedure, just to see where his strength increases of how far he's got basically. So basic squat compound exercise, and we'll see what he can do. Right, now what we're going to do, just 1 rep every time you add weight, okay? Sit deep at the bottom, you know if you get stuck, I've got you up, okay? Don't panic. Just sit deep, press up, do what you do best, okay? Another turn. I don't know where this guy gets his strength from in his legs. It's phenomenal. You're about to see, I think people that are watching the documentary, they see how much this guy can squat for his weight. If they've been in the gym and tried squatting weight before, they'll realise it's amazing. That's the one, back off. That's a big lift. Is that heavy?
How much did he just squat then, Nick?
180.
And that's the most he's ever done?
That's the biggest he's ever done. There was a little bit of help from me there at the bottom of the leg. But that's a big lift, nonetheless. How much do you weigh them in? 82? 82, so that's well over double.
Come on, yeah, strong.
Not too bad. Smiley face. Right, ready? This is Trevor. Trevor is Trevor's my longest serving client. Trevor's been with me since day one, and I decided to go out on my own, and he's been phenomenal. I mean, leaps and bounds in his progress. Trevor's a very keen kickboxer, but what we do, Trevor's working for like a strength and a bodybuilding phase. Want to get some size on for the summer, but strength-wise, leaps and bounds. We're focusing mainly on strength because strong guy. It's like benefits your kickboxing as well. You notice the difference?
It does, yeah, really good.
So hitting hard. When he started with me, he had goals. What was it you wanted to see if you could press?
30 keys, just once.
30 kilo dumbbells. Wanted a bench press.
I know,
I'll probably do double that now.
quite good. That's 30, I've just done 12 of them with 30.
Nick, can you tell us a little bit about the clients that you have at Fightsight?
Yeah, it's an interesting mixture. I've got clients ranging from 9-year-old kids with attention deficit disorders and things like that, which we try to help, to middle-aged guys that just want to lose some weight. But obviously the majority of my clients are in the fight game somehow or another. So I have a lot of MMA fighters, a lot of kickboxers, judo, wrestling as well. We cover the whole spectrum of combat athletes. This is my next client. This young lad is called Jack. He's got hands in his pants. He's got, how much energy have you got?
A
A lot. You're going to be sleeping well tonight, aren't you? Tell these people why you're going to be sleeping well tonight. We're going to punch these things. How hard are you going to punch them?
100%.
100% hard. That's what we're talking about. 100%. Right, you ready?
Yeah.
Right, bend your knees. Jab. Good. Jab. Hard as you can. Jab. Boom. Jab. 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 Excellent. Boom, boom, boom. Go. Boom, boom, boom. Good lad. Good. Boom, boom, boom. Excellent. That cross, that hook then, get it better on target. Feel the crack as you hit, yeah? Go hard as you can. Boom, boom, boom. And again. Block. Boom, block. Boom, block. Boom, block. Boom, block. Boom.
Nick obviously enjoys working with children, so I wanted to ask Jack's mum why she sent Jack to come and see Nick.
Really to get rid of his energy. He's so full of energy. He could go 12, 14 hours a day and still be full all day. So and it's really helping him to control his anger as well. He has problems controlling his anger. So Nick's helping him to focus on this rather than getting cross at home. So it's really helping.
Jab, cross, hook. That cross is lethal. You see that cross? You've got to promise me right now, you never, ever, ever hit anybody with that cross. Okay, you know why? It'll hurt them. It'll hurt them a lot. And that'll make you look like a bully. We don't want to be a bully, do we? That cross you keep for these pads. Deal?
Yeah.
Okay. That would hurt me, let alone anybody your size. Jab. Okay, this is my special student, Harry. This is my my own protege. How long have we been working together now? 3 months? 3 months. He is phenomenal. When he come to me, you could hardly hold your hands up, could you? Now, you're like a machine. You're like a headhunter machine. Right, hands up. Gently, just warming up. Jab. Jab.
But sometimes the children that come and see Nick aren't necessarily there just for fun and games. There's a more serious reason why Harry came to see Nick, as I was about to find out.
Has Harry been coming to Nick for the same reasons?
No, Harry came to Nick first of all because he was being bullied at school, and he's now got a lot more sort of self-esteem, and he's a lot happier to go to school because he wasn't wanting to go to school because he was getting bullied. So he's came to learn all this to give him more sort of self-esteem and make him a bit happier, which he is now. So
That's great to hear. If your sons came to you when they turned of age and said, "Mum, I want to do MMA," how would you feel about it?
It would be fine, I think, yeah. It's something we haven't sort of thought about before, but yeah, he'd love to. He'd absolutely love to. As long as it's padded from head to toe.
So remember, with your shin, get it in my leg, bang, yeah? Front kick.
How important is it for you to help the youngsters out, especially when you know they've been having trouble at school?
Well, I mean, when they come to me with Harry, who's obviously having issues at school, you kind of hope that you can help. Okay, so you sort of start, and like I say, you just hope you can make a difference. But when you see them making a difference, it's amazing. I mean, the lad to come to me was sort of a shell. Now when he comes to me, he turns up, his gloves are on, he's like, ready to go. He doesn't take his eyes off me for the whole session. He throws his combinations, he listens to everything I say, but he also gets told regularly that he shouldn't be using this anywhere else but in the gym. But it's given him confidence, it's instilled all sorts of confidence in himself, and he holds himself better. He's like a different kid. I get great satisfaction out of it. I mean, what can I say? I've got quite a few of them now, youngsters ranging from 9 up to 13 that we work with. He's done so well in the last few months. In Fight Science, we work for the juniors on a grading system, just like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So the first belt is blue, purple, brown, we go to black. This young lad has just earned his first blue belt. Hey! Well, we give him a blue t-shirt instead of a belt. High five! Good lad.
It's Saturday the 4th of June, fight day for Neal Harris.
See this building here? This is the Choxy. This is the mecca of MMA in the UK. I love this place. I get butterflies just standing here. There's my young Fight Science warrior. He's in for his weigh-in today. 77 kilos bang on. White collar event, first fight. Just 3 months training. We're going to weigh him in and then go and find some food because I expect he's quite hungry. I've been a bit cruel. I've been eating flapjacks all the way here in front of him. Are you ready, young Fight Science warrior?
I am indeed.
Just think, 10 minutes from now, you can eat.
And I need it, yeah. I need it.
T-shirt,
yeah.
Lovely.
Shirt. Who's that you off? Yeah, my mate's doing one.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Every fighter on the card has to have a pre-fight interview, and just as we were walking in the door, Neal's opponent is doing his. The guy wastes no time bad-mouthing Neal, telling the camera he's going to knock him out.
Say that. We'll see.
We'll see about that.
Right, Dave. Alright, mate. Film crew everywhere. Is that mate? Hello, mate. How you doing?
Yeah,
right? Yeah, good.
Mr. Harris, yeah?
Yes.
Neal Harris.
This guy waiting to Neal. 75.5. Train hard.
Hey?
Train hard, lose weight.
Neal Harris, I'm representing Prize Fighters and Fight Science. I'm fighting Jason Andrews, trained hard for this, and we'll just see what happens.
Yes, cool.
And just before they go up to do Neal's medical assessment, Nick takes Neal into the cage to get a feel for it before the fight.
Be careful with your mic, just clean it.
Compared to what we train on in the gym, this is comfortable. Okay? This is your world. Right? We come in here before the fight, so you've already done it. So when we walk into the cage, you've already been in. So.
Obviously the lights will be on.
Harry's a joker. That'd be funny though. Pitch black cage fighting.
Yeah.
And whilst Neal's getting used to his surroundings, I take the opportunity to talk to UCMMA fight promoter Dave O'Donnell to get his opinion on Nick's career. Dave's a huge name within the UK MMA scene and a great pioneer for the sport.
Nick Chapman has rose really for me from zero to hero. You know, I never heard of Nick Chapman. I saw him once in a great fan base, great personality, and he comes to fight. When I see guys, everybody asks me, how do you pick your fighters? You've got to look for the full package. Nick Chapman, trust me, is a full package. Before he had his second fight, he's already called a headhunter, so he had a nickname, then he's had his music. He's actually as focused as what I am. You know, he knows his goals. I'm going to be a champion. I'm going to smash people up. That's what I'm going to do. He's now got his own gym. So guys like that, it's just good. It's like a secret. It's just good comes to good. You touch people, that guy's going to go all the way.
The main goal for Nick this year is that UCMMA title with Jimmy.
Jimmy the poster boy.
That a lot of people are saying that's a big ask. How do you feel that's going to go?
Listen, people have said to me before, is Jimmy the poster boy and Nick Chapman going to happen? Personally, I ain't got a crystal ball, I don't know. But it's already the talk. There's already a bit of dislike going on. That's all good for publicity. If Nick wins his next belt, which I'm sure he will, he's got all the tools to do it, then it's a big step for Nick. But if you don't take big steps, where are you going to go? Jimmy done exactly the same. If Jimmy hadn't taken big steps, where was he going to go? He said, I want the fast track to being a champion. He got it. Nick's doing exactly the same thing. If Nick's got the right mindset, the right timing, he could be the new champion. But Jimmy's obviously got other things on his mind, mate. They're two great, determined young. And when you're in the room with them kind of guys, they've just got winner written all over them. So that fight will be immense. I can't wait.
All fighters on the bill are subject to a medical examination, so it's time for Neal to get his out the way before the warm-up for the fight can begin.
Right, well, we've got 50 minutes.
We've got 50 minutes. So starting off slow, get some up, do 5 to 2 minute rounds, get them on the pads, a few rounds pads, 5 twos maybe, stretch them out in between the pad work, so it should work all up to 50 minutes, give you a 10-minute rest before we get you out and you're ready.
Is that too tight? Sure? Yeah. Now, if it starts to feel uncomfortable, let me know. Yeah. Is that okay? Yeah. Grip. Solid. Thumbs okay?
Yeah.
Good.
What do you think he's feeling right now?
Neal's he's a cool character. I think Neal's got the mental aspect sewn up. It's down to a T. We spent time with sports psychologists, NLP coaches. A lot of people might smirk at that sort of thing, but till you try it, don't knock it. If you take it seriously, your brain is a muscle effectively. It needs training just like your body. And Neal's very aware of the mental aspect of what we do, I believe. So I think he's mentally calm.
Always busy. It's the busy person that wins the fight. Beautiful, beautiful. Good, keep it tight. Let me see some leg blocks now. Let me see some leg blocks. Done. You ready? David, you're up next, mate.
What have you got to do? Tell me. Yeah. Or this one. Remember, this one. Last resort, under the chin. If you can, remember?
Yeah.
Underneath the armpit here.
Yeah.
So bring it out. That's it. Now what do you do? It's over. Look, that's the key. Mike's a slippery little character. Looks like Agam anywhere near as good as Mike. Yeah. What? That's better, loose. Do this, yeah? Looking good. Strong, fit, focused. That's how we roll.
Exactly.
Looking good, hands are high.
Still really one.
Okay, remember when you throw the shots, the knees, if you have to put knees in or low kicks, don't bring these hands down over the face. Boom. Boom.
Might as well put the pins out, you know.
With the preparations done, it's time to fight.
Check those kicks.
Right hand on that jaw, Neal. Val.
1.5 minutes, here we go. Today I'd rather be fighting than cornering. I get more nervous cornering than when I'm fighting. This is pure 3 months of training and nothing else. This guy's done 3 months of training. That's it. See how he rolls. He's calm, he's cool, he's fit.
Right hand, Jack.
Remember movement, hands
right
up,
hand,
Neal.
right hand.
Watch those kicks, leg kicks, check them. Come on, Neal. Come on, son.
Round 1 begins. Neal wastes no time at all getting on the inside of his opponent. His hands look good, they hit their target, and his guard's high. Neal looks absolutely fantastic for somebody who's only had 3 months training.
Hands up.
Right hand, Neal!
Drive the right through, Neal. Big shot. Good boy. Come on, Neal.
Get those hands working, Neal. Beautiful. And again, Neal.
Hands up. Hands up.
Hands up, Neal. Get those hands working. Combinations.
Stay relaxed.
That's it.
That's it. Come on, keep moving.
Combinations, Neal.
Suddenly one of Neal's crosses gets through and knocks his opponent back in a daze. Neal wastes no time going down with him, but gets caught in his opponent's guard.
Come on, mate. Push the pace. You've got the fitness. You can do this 100 times. Keep putting them shots in, Neal. Come on, Neal. Over the top. Put those shots in. Drive it through.
His opponent sinks in a triangle choke, but he doesn't have time to finish it before the round ends. Round 2 begins, and Neal's looking sharp, but he's picked up a nasty cut, which is pouring blood into his eye, making it difficult for him to see his opponent. But his guard's high and he's protecting himself intelligently.
Come on, Neal! Come on, Neal! Come on, place it down!
Round 2 ends, and Neal's nearly there. He's done brilliantly. The judges have scored him as winning both rounds. He's got one more round to go to clinch that victory.
Front leg, take his front leg.
It's round 3, and now both fighters are looking really tired. Neal gets some really nice shots in, but so does his opponent.
Hands up, hands up.
Neal's obviously very, very tired, as he's finding it difficult to keep his hands
Put
up.
the pressure on, he doesn't like the pressure. Keep the pressure on, Neal, he doesn't like it.
Yes, Neal! Yes! Come on! That's it, Neal! Hands up! Hands up!
Inexperience is causing Neal to drop his hands, which gives his opponent a chance to catch him and knock him off his feet. Under UCMMA rules, unfortunately that's enough to finish the fight. Neal may be walking away defeated, but you have to remember this guy's only had 3 months training. We later learned that the guy that he was fighting had a lot more. Neal's heart and determination has won him a lot of favour with the crowd, and he can walk away with his head held high. He did a great job.
That's a good fight. Yeah, good winner. Good fight. Is that Reid? She done it in the end. Done it. Wait, did not win the same.
You win some, you lose some. All 3 judges had him with the first 2 rounds. He won first 2 rounds. Second got tired, dropped the hand. That's all it takes. Boom.
Okay, 5 minutes.
Judges had you winning both rounds. All 3 judges, both first 2 rounds. Good effort though.
No, this is what it's all about. This I tell you, it's not an easy walk.
So you come back and how'd you feel about your boy, man?
I'm proud as punch. He did brilliant. I mean, he honestly, genuinely has only ever trained for 3 months in his life. He's holding down a 9-to-5 job. It's a high-stress job. He's training evenings when he can and a few weekends. The guy that he fought has had a lot more experience. He's been training for 9 or 10 months. But I think, you know what, he did brilliant. All 3 judges had him winning the first 2 rounds. He just had to keep his hands up. As he get tired, he dropped the hands, the guy had a reach, it slipped through it, caught him. It's MMA, baby, but proud. I think he did brilliant. Brilliant. Proud to call him an MMA fighter. That was brilliant. Well done.
Coming up next time on Nick HeadHunter Chapman, Warrior to Champion, we take a trip to the widely renowned 76 Harley Street in London as Nick starts his elite athlete performance testing program. Nick gets an invite to the Vibram 5-Finger Testing Centre and is put through his paces by one of the most recognisable strongmen in the country. And we travel to Portsmouth to visit one of Nick's most supportive sponsors, Black Eagle.
Without a doubt, I'll be that one you heard about, the one who get it in and get it on. I'm like an animal. When in my house, no pulling out. I'm feeling hot, so watch your mouth, my friend. You do not comprehend what it is you're talking about. I need a drink, a freak a beat, one time to say I turned it out. If I did, then I did. What you worry about? I see you standing there looking tough. What's that about? We both know you gon' turn around and walk it off, so cut it out.